and the things that Pioneer is about today, 20, 30 years down the road, people will look back and say that there were some folks in Iowa that made a huge difference. I had the opportunity to get to know Norman Borlaug. Norman was a Nobel winner on the wheat side of things. He was credited with the Green Revolution. And doing, someone in this audience may be about to make a discovery that has the same impact on the world that Norman Borlaug did in his day. To be consequential is why I think most of you are here. To be working with a company that is committed to being consequential. And that's really what America should be, and historically has been, all about. Being consequential in the world. And on the agricultural side, all too often people think about agriculture and they sometimes miss the importance of what we do. And I can say we, since I still have those roots that run deep in that little place called Paint Creek, Texas. Now, just to fill those of you in who haven't been exposed to that story, Paint Creek was about 16 miles from the closest place that had a post office. It was rural. It was a little school out on a Farnham Market Road and had a Baptist church and a Methodist church across the road, your choice. And about 100, as I recall, about 110 kids, grades 1 through 12. I did graduate in the top 10 in my class. That's very good. I think there were 13. I had a chance. But then it was off to Texas A&M University to be a veterinarian. Not unlike you, I had my eyes set on that side and organic chemistry actually is what made a pilot out of me. So I had a little career change into my sophomore year, and my degree was in animal science, and then went off and flew in the Air Force for about 4.5 years, and I got to see how the rest of the world lived, and I got to see a lot of different countries, and I got to see a lot of different people and governments and how those people were impacted in the northern part of Africa. In 1975, living in Saudi Arabia as they were making that transition from a Bedouin Indian type of existence to the country, starting on to the country that it is today, and in Europe and South America and Central America. And it was just a fascinating experience for me, for someone who had looked at the world through a pinhole for a long time, and to have gone from a pedestrian speed to literally Mach 1.2, and to really see this world that we live in. And all too often, in this fast-paced world and this effort to find the next big thing, agriculture gets overlooked.